next even lower till the daily candle stops that trend. And these are called dojis. This guy is a doji, meaning it will stop. It's like a hammer. It will try to stop. So this guy too, it tried to stop here, but the next day it came down a bit. Then it took off, right? So this, for whatever reason, if this day was also a positive, then it would have gone in this direction. But I can't remember what happened 4 days back. Oh, this was that whole Google stuff. Yeah, I think this is the Google ad guy. He brought it down. Okay, this was the Mount Gox, then the Google. So everything is hitting at one time. It's in a way good. So let it find its bottom. It needs to find its bottom. If the bottom is 7, that's what it is. Okay. So I'm not sure what I was going to show, but Dow Jones, yeah. Okay, so Dow Jones in November was off. This is 17. Okay, it was 23,000. So this was called the Trump rally, and it took off. Okay, so it just went like a straight line, and no wonder it came down like a straight line. The faster it goes, the faster it comes. So it needs to complete this because it found support around here. It went up, so it came down. It's doing the next one, so it will keep doing that. And this support is going up because somebody is pumping in billions of dollars. Dow Jones is in trillions, so it got to be like the bankers or institutional investors, not individual investors. So billions of dollars have to be pumped up, which I'm sure they did, and probably they sold some of. Yeah, this is called dead cat bounce. Okay, a dead cat bounce means that when you drop a dead cat, it'll drop on the floor and bounce. That's why they call it dead cat bounce in stock markets. This was the peak. Will it? Based on what I see, I don't think it will do a double peak. I think the peak is done. So it kind of trying to find the support level here. Then next support level is 24, then 23, and 22. Okay. Let's look at NasDaq. This is probably the more scarier one. Here was the drop, so this was the peak, right? But then remember, I keep telling you about this FANG stocks. The whole stock market is controlled by these 4 companies, which is FANG, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, and a few others. And there's a lot of money that gets pumped in for the FANG stocks because of they're backed by bankers and institutions. So that took off and it peaked here. So this is called double peak, and now it is crashing, right? And it again came down here. So if you look at like this chart, if it peaked here, it needs to come down, right? Bitcoin is a good example. Okay. Yes, Bitcoin was a bubble, and if somebody thinks this was not a bubble, then tell me what this was. Okay, so look at the 2 graphs, both are identical. So Bitcoin came down, so this guy came down, and it went up, it's coming down, but this did a double top. So Bitcoin also did double top when it moved. I don't have that right now, but I can show you. It did 17,000 peak here, and then it did the 19,000. Okay. So this is the reverse of double top. So it'll stop here and then slide down. Finally, it'll try to find a spot at either at 7,000 or 6,000 or lower, because we are only looking at 17. It doesn't. I don't think it allows me to change it. Okay, so this is a lot better. So let me show you this 1 month candle. So mainstream media does not cover this because they all are vested in the stocks. They want you to buy stocks. So this is kind of a bigger bubble NasDaq is a bigger bubble than Bitcoin. Okay, 2000 from here onwards, 2012, right? In 2012, it was 2,500. 2014, it was 3,000. Then 2016 was 4,000. Then it doubled. So in 2 years, it doubled, right? So I think the next spot for NasDaq is here, 5,000. And then if there's further decline, the lowest NasDaq could see is 3,000 or this guy, 2,200. I'm thinking it is 3,000. Okay, because trillions of dollars was pumped in. Okay, it's not you and me buying it. It was free money that was sent by banks, bankers, and institutional investors, all of 401k money. Now it will come down because that money is gone. It's not there anymore. And I don't think the banks will pump in unless the stocks fall too quickly, too soon. Okay, this is the biggest bubble right now, NasDaq. Again, this is my personal opinion. I could be 100% wrong, but graphs don't lie. Okay, and nobody takes the time to explain like this. No, you show me one CNBC guy that explains this, he won't. They will just tell you buy. Oh, awesome! It came down 10%, buy. But if you know what happens, look at this Bombay Stock Exchange, okay, and Bitcoin, okay. So Bombay Stock Exchange peaked here and it came down here. So this is kind of here. So it peaked here, it came down. Then may go up a little bit, it will come down. So same thing will happen. So I would expect it to come down quickly, first to this 32, then 28, probably then 23. This one is the same as okay, this point. Okay, so let me explain this. So you see this. We are very familiar with Bitcoin, right? So look at this. It came down all the way, then it went up, right? That's what's going on here. It needs to come down here. This guy needs to come down here, which is 24, 23. Whether it will happen in March, April, May, June, but July, but it will happen. It has to happen because the peak is done. Okay, you can see that. I mean, this will correlate. The graph will be like this. Okay, it has to finish this exactly like this. Look at this. It went up. It did this. It came down, and it started over here. It found its bottom here. It needs to find its bottom back here. So no matter who's telling you what, it has to do this. This is basic laws of technical analysis. Unless Indian government is now going to put in tens and tens of thousands of crores and bump it up. I don't think they have the money. Nobody has the money to do that right now because it's all gone. Next. I think more than Bitcoin, I'll worry on stocks right now. Let's see how Germany is doing. Same thing. So it's already come down. So this guy will come down probably till this 9,000 levels. Okay. Let's look at a favorite Bitcoin. Okay. This is a month one. So this is what happened to Bitcoin. It rose too quickly. It came down. It's I don't know why it's showing 12,000. It's not there. This is a wrong graph. I don't know what it's showing. No, this is not right. Or this is an index. It's not a Bitcoin. So it's an index. What else you want to see? We saw Sensex. We saw German stocks. Bolivia. Let's see what's going on in South America. Bolivia, Brazil. Same thing. Right? So he's trying to do a double top. So whenever it does this, it will come back down. Okay? And so it'll do one more up and it will come down till 881. it needs to complete this. So look at this pattern. This is exactly what it's trying to do. It did this, then it comes down, it goes up, comes down, it comes down till here. So this guy did this. It may go up a little bit, then come down till 8.1. Nifty. This is a lot better. This is what's going to happen to Sensex. I'm not sure the difference. I'm not close enough nowadays to Indian stock market. What's the difference? This is Nifty is, I think, New Delhi Stock Exchange. This looks like it finished that pattern. You see what I mean? Will it fall down further? Possibly, probably till here. But it's already done that damage. I won't call it damage. It finished its cycle. It needs to finish the cycle. So let's go back to Sensex again. It has to finish the cycle. So why is it showing? Yeah. So it needs to finish that cycle like it did. Why was it showing that? Now I'm curious. Oh, okay. Sorry, I did the 1 day, or it didn't cover the whole thing. That's why it stopped here. But this guy has a long ways to go. Nifty 10,000, right? I knew something was wrong with that chart. 8,000. I think Nifty will come down to 8,000. It'll take time. It'll probably first stop at 10, then at 9, then at 9.2, and then probably here. See the cycle it finished, and it started here, so it has to finish here. So 8,000 is what you're looking for Nifty in the next, anytime between now through next 6 months. 6 months is too long. I'm thinking it'll be probably 3 months. Let us look at S&P 500. S&P 500, it's trying to go up. It probably will come down here. First till 26, then 2640, right? Till here, and then find support. S&P maybe 2,400 or probably 300 before it comes to this. I think its sweet spot is 2173. The one you want to be scared of is this Amazon guy. Let me see. This is probably the biggest bubble. It will fall 50%, 800. This is worse than Bitcoin. It peaked here, it's done. It needs to come down to 800. At least 880 or 800. Same goes to Facebook. Yeah, this guy is already coming down. You can see that. Mark Zuckerberg has sold 500 million shares, dollars worth, and I'm sure he'll sell billions of dollars. It'll come down to 170, then 150, 140, probably to 120. Okay, so what's going on back with Bitcoin? So that's kind of where things are. I'm not sure what else to cover. Again, because the guys from India are there, let me show the Sensex once again. I don't know what the Indian media is telling. I'm sure they're paid to tell that it's going really, really good to buy lows. But if you're buying lows, so I would expect it to come down at least to 31 in the next 2 weeks. Then it may stay here for some time because there was good support here, and then once that is done,